Welcome back. This is actually really weird. The Centerline started in late 2021, and the idea was we're just going to do some interviews. I wanted to do some interviews with some players, and primarily because I wanted there to be some history, of the people and their stories. And I know we know air hockey's small, but it did have a history to it, and wanted to learn something about the players. Anyway, so did that. That then led into a few other things on the channel, and then now it's continued to kind of morph and develop. But over a year ago, we had a 1,000 subscribers, celebration.
Yeah, a 1,000 subscribers special. Is what
celebration, which was pretty amazing because you don't know really what to expect. But we definitely didn't expect 50,000.
No, yeah. I mean, when we first started the channel, I remember asking you like, what would be your dream with it, and you told me like, oh gosh, if I could have 50,000 subscriers like that,
right?
Seemed
like that we're doing something positive for the sport of air hockey. Right? And I guess my thought was that would not probably happen for many, many years,
right?
Because it would just be an organic growing of people that got a chance to see great air hockey for the first time, or not knowing what it was, and be like, wow, this is kind of cool. We get that there's a lot of people out there that think of air hockey as a child's game, and it is a child's game, but on the right tables, it can also be played as a competitive sport. And it's been going on for quite a while. Actually, 1973 was the first big tournament in air hockey. I bet a lot of people didn't know that. And then in the 1975, Phil Arnold and some other players got together and made a Players Association, which is now the United States Air Hockey Association, which is the only player-run rules-making body, right, for the sport of air hockey that has stood the test of time. No other organization has done what the USA has done, and I think that that's pretty amazing. 50 years of competitive air hockey, even with all the challenges along the way of just not having great tables out there, and then nowadays even more so, having a lot of novelty and kind of toy tables out there. Since you don't have very many tables out there, and you don't have tournament quality tables,
right,
you don't have the ability to bring people to the table like we used to back in the 80s and 90s, or arcades everywhere. You could get a lot of kids going and playing and discovering it. But now, where do people discover it? The internet.
Right, and so that's why this channel exists, right? That idea of take the place of the arcades,
right,
as a forum to introduce people to competitive air hockey and what it looks like.
Right. Yeah. So rather than if you build the table, they will come. It's like if you show them great air hockey, they will come, and they'll be like, wow, that's pretty cool. And anyways, we wanted to just kind of do a couple of fun things related to getting 50,000 subscribers and growing. Reels has been a significant, really, really significant reason that people have started subscribing and taking a look at what's going on in air hockey is the Reels. We have, I think, a couple reels that have like close to 30 million views.
Over 30. One is over 30 million.
30 million views. But what you do see when you have something that has that many views is you'll get a lot of troll comments. Right?
Of course, yeah.
We get it. To most people, air hockey does probably seem like it's a little silly, and you guys are investing so much time and energy in this. Well, stick around a little while, take a look, learn a little bit, and your mind may be changed. You may see what we see in air hockey. And I'll tell you what I think from reading all of these comments. what are some of the biggest misconceptions that people seem to have that they post a lot of. One of them is I see a lot of people say, well, that's not how you hold the mallet. They want us to hold the mallet like this. Well, the reason you see all the pros hold it like this is because it increases your range of motion significantly. And it also allows you to snap the puck a lot harder because you create a whip motion, with your hand and your arm. That's a big one. People are like, I didn't know that was the way you're supposed to hold it. Over the line. A lot of people want to call you. A lot of
people call me. Yeah,
call you
really me. Yeah, it's me.
And you are flirting with it. But what they don't understand is that if the puck is touching the line at all, even a sliver of the puck is touching the line, the majority of it can be on your opponent's side, but it's just barely touching the line. You can still hit it.
Right.
And people don't really get that. Also, defense is another thing. People kind of wonder why. The better way is you should just come back and, you don't have far to go. Just sit there right back on your goal. If you learn a little bit more about air hockey, you'll see that's the weakest defense and would just get picked apart by a pro-level player. And then another one was speed of play. We see a lot of people commenting that, oh man, this is so slow, because they're probably seeing air hockey is that you just volley.
Right, yeah.
That's just what they think. The rule in competitive air hockey is you have 7 seconds, which is a nice balance between not making it slow, not making it too slow. You can't just hold on to it forever, but giving you a chance to develop some sort of a setup.
Right, yeah. And it's, I think a lot of, so it's kind of the same thing with the back defense, right? Like a volley type game is not going to work against any of the high level players.
Right.
It's not going to be deceptive enough, and they're quick enough to block any of those shots.
Right.
Yeah.
But I say the number one thing that I see that is the troll type comment is people say, oh man, these guys suck. I destroy these dudes. So I find that one just really, I love it, because we actually would love you to come and let us record you trying. We have an ongoing, a standing invitation. You win $1,000 cash if you can beat this man in a 4 out of 7 set. And of course, you never could have played in a USAA, sanctioned event, right? You couldn't have been somebody that has played in competitive air hockey. And most of these people that have would know they're not
eligible. Right.
But please, if you're watching this, or if you know somebody that made a comment like that, a friend of yours, and you're just like, you go show them. We'll record it, and we promise you if you win, we will post it. But we also promise you when you lose that we're going to post it. So, anyways.
Yeah, and like you always say, air hockey is small and doesn't have to be.
That's right.
And it's not as small now as it was a year ago.
That's true. What we're asking people to do is take a little bit longer look. Just learn a little bit more about it, because you may be surprised at the depth of the game and the intensity of the game. Once you learn a little bit more, you start to see, oh wow, that was intentional. People will see things online and in some of these reels, and they'll think that they're just hitting it randomly because that's the way they play.
Right.
Well, the shot wasn't just random. It was intentional, and it was searingly accurate. So anyways, thanks. Hopefully we'll see you for 100,000.
Yeah.
All right.